Hello, hello everybody, it's Gourdlets. Today we're playing Gourdlets, which is actually a little cozy new game that hasn't come out yet. This is just a little demo version, but I think it looked really cute, so I just wanted to try it out, so let's give it a go. I assume we need to get some houses down. Yeah, but it looks like the concept of this is supposed to be just that you're building like an environment for your little Gourdlet peoples to go about doing their business. With the fun part in that they actually just do their own thing as soon as everything goes down. You could put a tree. So this is kind of like a game for people who maybe enjoy like The Sims or things like that, where you can just build everything exactly how you want. You don't even require any money. You don't have to do jobs. You're not playing some sort of like feeble little human who's like having to live in these houses. You're simply a god. Gotta say, these people are coming in very hot and heavy. I've got one house. I hope they're all up for sharing. I'm gonna assume the first three are all triplets and they just got delayed flights because, I don't know, they couldn't afford them all at the same time. No, it does not look like you can turn things yet, so it is kind of one-directional in terms of what direction these guys are going. You guys can all live in the same neighborhood, separated only by trees, or just a single block. One of you guys can just live on an island. If I can delete grass, it'd be pretty funky if I just had you guys all on separate islands, go Hunger Games style. You guys have 5 days to train before eventually I release you all. I make breathing passes so that you can all get to each other, at which point it's survival of the fittest. I, for one, think that Yellow Man, or Orangish Yellow right here, probably has the best chance of winning. Because he doesn't have quite the leafiest of heads. These two have flowers, though. Okay, so it's flowers versus leaves, currently. They don't have any careers. They don't really have any interests or personalities. They're mostly just kind of like chilling around living. A dock! Oh, that's cute. I saw in the demo, like, trailer that someone was fishing at one point, so that's kind of fun. A well? This is the babiest of wells, so you're going to be able to actually get any water out of here. If I put the well directly next to your chimney, you'll have instant hot water. That's how that works, yes? Seems pretty workable to me. We have a little dining space. This seems like it would be a pretty good location for that. We could put like a few in a row, 4 people. We have so many little ooblets walking around that I feel like they probably need more than one anyhow. Boom, boom, boom. I would put one right here, but honestly, I'm not really sure that this house deserves its own entire thing. I could put a campfire right in front of the I could block off the entrance to the entire place with this campfire so that these guys stop spawning. There's honestly an insane quantity of them, so if some of them want to kind of just fall into the ocean, I wouldn't be too perturbed by that. Probably could use some different trees. This one's a gardener house, obviously, so they probably should have some actual flowers or something. Only trees. These ones are kind of cute, though. This one looks like a winter tree. Here, you get a winter tree. Christmas. Okay, we've got fishing. There is sustenance, if you guys are at least willing to eat fish. Well, we've gotten a society already, rapidly expanding. I should be putting the businesses here. There should be, like, shops and entertainment and maybe more tables and things like that. Just so that these people who are just entering the city have something cool to do. You know, they're like, ooh, that sounds fancy. It sounds like people actually are, like, doing stuff, having activities. It's not just, like, a huge suburban with everyone boringly staring at each other blankly in the eyes. Let us do, this guy gets his own personal dock because he's special. He's my special favorite one. It definitely seems like fishing is the only source of food so far. Can I delete things? Enter buildings. Enter the building? You can build inside of the buildings? That's so cute. I didn't think it was going to be like this expanseful. Green? Brick? This one's going to be like a little cafe. It's literally a little cafe. Look at this. Go Ooblets. I give you all of the cakes, Ooblets, and it's all free. There's a store thing. Do people actually work in here if I fill this up with, like, coffee machines and stuff? Here's some tables. Someone put your grass down here. Everything is ready and primed. We need a little bit of seating. This one's got some fancy blue chairs. It kind of matches, I mean, the outside, so... So this one, I have no idea which one that one is anyway. The houses are indistinguishable. Probably, are you stuck, man? How did you even get there? Sir? Sir? Don't worry, he's the well monitor. He needs not any help, and no one's gonna offer it to him, so it's very good that he needs not any help. I'm not sure where the cake ingredients came from. All of these, we have one cafe in town, and a bunch of empty houses. Probably should actually put things in here. It's interesting. I mean, it is the demo, so pretty simplistic. There are no beds, so I think the only thing that you can have inside these buildings right now are, I guess, chess tables and cafe things. Just cakes. This one's on display. You can't eat that one, but you can eat this one. I guess everyone needs a coffee machine. This is the neighborhood of 15,000 coffee machines and also 6 cakes. This is uneven. That's the ugliest house you've ever seen in your life. No one can judge me on it. I don't even remember which one it was, so it's already forgotten. It was never to be seen again. Ooh, walls with plants on them? That's so cute. Okay. So I definitely think that once the actual full game comes out, if they could just reduce the speed of people coming in, then this could actually be really adorable, because I feel like I'm getting a little overwhelmed with the 50 trains per second maneuver that's going on. A chair. A bench! Oh, the only place that I have for sitting is like directly in front of this dude's house, but I can't see there. Why can't I put the bench here? You can't put a bench right next to a tree? Right in front of a tree? Let's do one more row of this. And then we'll get back on with the sidewalk situation. Can I replace it? I can, thank goodness, because I don't know how to get rid of it. And why is that one little piece of land right here different? What did I put here? Just a single wooden gate in front of this house to make sure that only, no one who, like, wants to get in illegally or have bad intentions is going to be stopped by this, but if someone was a law-abiding citizen and was also trying to break in, they wouldn't be able to get past, so that's definitely useful. Maybe some shrubbery? Some shrubs for this house? I don't want to block people's ability to get into the house, okay? I can put one on that side, but not this side, and it's a little bit underneath the house, a little bit concerning there. I wouldn't say that plant is necessarily the most, comforting of supports for a house. I would be kind of freaked out by it, honestly. I don't know if I could trust it, but these guys are trusting everything. Look at those innocent little faces. Look at those blank minds. They have no concerns. They couldn't possibly think anything were a danger. I would like to make a fireplace spot. In fact, you could say, you know what would be cool though? A fireplace spot at the end of a dock. You could also say, that sounds terrifying and extremely not fireproof. I mean, it's over water, but it's also on burnable wood. So it really could go either way. And because it can go either way, I say it evens out and it's actually completely safe, therefore. So here's that. If anyone wants to come enjoy this cute little fireplace, this is the prettiest of all of the fishing spots right here. I put these down thinking they were some sort of like a net that I could do. It's actually looking now that they're like party lights, so the concept over here is a little interesting. Move? Is this a movability? Can I dig? A dig! Ah, okay. Well, here's the trenches. That's where we throw all the people who refuse to do their fishing jobs. I mean, it's the only job, and we have no mayor, so not many people get thrown on there. It's kind of like a... Somebody just decides someone else is not working hard enough, and they just be like, well, I put him in the hole, and everyone's like, why did you do that? And he's like, they weren't working hard enough, and they're like, okay, I guess I trust you on it. Even the guy who got put in the hole, he was like, well, I can only assume we all know what's right in the world, and if you're choosing to do this, then I must have been doing something wrong, honestly. Scoot, scoot, scoot. The universe looks like a cake. Please allow me to get rid of these dirts. Beautiful. I want to put more grass over here, but I'm gonna like run into that dock that I was making, which totally invalidates the concept of the dock. And given it's the first dock that was ever built in this universe, I feel like it's got like historical significance at this point. How big is the world? That's pretty big. Oh, dang. That's even bigger than I first expected. You can also change the time of day. Would I want to? Are you guys all gonna go to sleep? I don't think there's enough houses for everybody, unless you're all cool with sleeping at all the random tables that I put in here. Here's a fancy chair, if you would like to sleep on that. Maybe some more tables, you say? You say, it's a little crusty in here, if only I could use one of 3 paintings. That's pretty funky. A cake? A framed pancake? You can't eat that. That's the emergency pancakes. If I change it to nighttime, will they stop coming? The train does not work at night. Please stop delivering people. We are closed for the evening. Oh, this one's really adorable. You know what? Let's just get like a bunch of these in a row. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Okay. I wish that I could just, right-click to get rid of things instead of like this whole maneuver. That did not work. Gone. And I put a hole in the ground. Interesting. Fixed it. No one get concerned. It wasn't a problem to begin with. This over here is going to be land of trees. Trees are the life and blood. Luckily, we don't actually physically need them because Gourdlets breathe based off their own photosynthesis. They're half plants. You see, they're all carrying around their own flower of life. However, if you chop that flower, they die on the spot. Much similar to how Charmander, if you put out his flame, instantly dies. I wonder if it's going to be like an unlock system when the full game comes out. And you actually have to like slowly build up the kind of things that you can make, but you really do only start with like a few benches and things like that. Or if it's going to be full on, like you have everything. You have the world. Make it as you wish it to be. Pretty funky plants. I like how big these ones are. I also like how you've got some dead options in case you're making some moody zones. This is looking pretty nice. Come on, no one wants to come over here? Come look at my beautiful fire zone. It's got like a shrub. Look, see, look at these beautiful shrubs. blocking off this tree access. You don't need tree access. You've got your own personal flowers. You've already established the fact that trees are meaningless. Soon there shall be a rain to be had. Oh, you can have chests outside. I'm sorry. Hey guys, I know I placed one of these earlier and immediately forgot about it. You may have wooden chests. I'm gonna put a few of them just on the edge right here. Nobody fall. If you fall, I can't catch you, and even if I could, I'm not really sure that I would, so... Given the fact that I am not a very honorable god, you really shouldn't test it. Let us be daytime. I don't know if we've been getting more oblets, but I definitely think that we have the space at this point. Oh, look at them go! They're toasting marshmallows in the daytime. A little bit questionable. I wouldn't personally think that was a cool idea. It might be kind of steamy. I don't know. I guess these guys are pretty heat resistant. They look like a little walkie jelly beans. But this one's name is Kevin. Kevin is my favorite of all the jelly bean men. He's gonna go play chess by himself after roasting himself his own marshmallow. He's a self-owned man. He don't need no woman. He knows how to self-regulate. Okay, well you go have your good time, Kevin. Let's see what we can extend today. We can extend this to be actually the size that I've wanted these to be all along. Now we have an actual sidewalk that makes logical sense. Always a dream come true when stuff goes your way. We will extend a little bit though. I think that we could introduce an entire new neighborhood. Should the spark so ignite itself, it would be cool if I could put those brick flower things all the way down a walkway. It would be beautiful, and at the same time you would be trapped and unable to go further in this same direction. And in that way it is both beautiful in the humanity made something cool, and also very metaphorical for the fact that humanity limits us. We've placed these regulations on ourselves. Sorry, yellow guy, I might have killed you. It looks like he respawned, so he definitely did get killed. These are where all the moonlit lovers come to kiss and make out and do their sneaky things while no one's looking. Can't put any more because it's gonna run into there, but I could put a light source. Maybe this one, kind of fancy, right in the middle. Nope, everything is too wide, so I've kind of ruined my ability to, like, attractively put these things down. I would say that's fine. You might say not fine, hideous, and I would say in response to that, kind of judgmental. These guys are just out here living their best, and you're saying that they requested these things of me as a god. They said to me, make a gray area right over here, and I did that, and you're telling them that they chose something wrong? You're gonna look at their little faces as they sing songs and dance with their flower brains and tell me they did things wrong? Oh, they look kind of like the characters from Among Us, don't they? I think there is specifically one skin that has like a leaf coming out of its head. You guys have a second sidewalk. Congratulations. This one is going to lead into the new environment where more houses are going to go down. Right over here. These are the fastest moving clouds in the universe. The fact that the clouds are moving so much makes me think, is it just on super speed? Did I have control over how fast things were going to go down? Because I feel like it's crazy fast. But anyhow, yeah, this is just the demo, so pretty simple. But isn't just the cutest little soft game you've seen in your life? Plus it's got like very like pastel, lighthearted sort of vibes. It's currently Easter as I'm talking right now. And oh, I forgot my pit. Okay, we're gonna close the pit of death. No one's done anything wrong in at least 5 days, so I'm gonna say that you guys have evolved past the need for a pit of death. 3 pinkies and a yellow. It's currently Easter, and while I don't really do much in terms of Easter since I've like moved out of my house and stuff, I do love bunnies and pastel aesthetic. So I will appreciate all the decor that they put out, but in that lieu I'm always like, every time a new holiday comes out, I'm like, oh my gosh, finally it's Halloween, I love Halloween aesthetic, or oh my gosh, finally it's Christmas, I love Christmas decor. I think I just like holiday stuff, because I like all of them. I think it's fun just to be able to mix things up a little bit. A little bit of the drudgery of life gets replaced with like a brief lapse of being able to buy 15 different rabbit-themed items from Target. I keep putting these lights on the docks, which on one hand I was like, cool. On the other hand, the sound of placing them, it's a loud metally chunk. I'm not sure how strong these docks are. Obviously we have the greatest of handiworks because that is supporting 4 of them. Honestly, looking kinda ucky. Maybe I'll get rid of some of these actually. Let us switch that out for something a little bit more gentle. Maybe just string lights. The docks only deserve string lights. It's the prettiest way to go down. I could give them a lamp. It's a bit big. Can I put a tree on a dock? You can. At first my brain was like, but why? And then I'm like, well, a little patch of grass in the middle of a dock? I mean, whether or not it makes logical sense, it is really cute, so I guess I have to accept that. I kind of want to make this one bigger just so I can like symmetrically put this tree in here. Let's just put 2 cherry trees. That's cute. You guys want to come down here and not be able to fish because I covered all the edges with lights and instead stare at these two trees. Make a beautiful rectangular zone. I want to go fast, but every time I go fast, my mouse like makes random land chunks all over the place, so I shall resist the urge. 1. Yeah. Yes. You're welcome. God is blessing you with housing. You best be all thinking that you're super lucky because you gosh darn are. Gorgeous. Look at all of these fresh new houses for our billions of oublets. Are those trains? They're still coming. I don't know if they're actually delivering things at this point, though. Let's give one of these guys entrances a window. Was there windows before? That's nice. This one actually gets sunlight. This is going to be the best cafe. You are so lucky, you one little omelet who happened to walk in here to own this place. It's going to be the coolest one you've ever seen. That's a little unsymmetrical. We're going to skip on it real quick. Ignore the fact it's unsymmetrical. Just simply close your eyes to the concept. I know that's kind of a hard thing to do sometimes, so we're just going to ignore it. You guys can have one slice of cake. A pancake. Oh, that's just a cake, isn't it? It looked kind of like a pancake at first. It's just a bunch of different cakes. Some coffee, espresso machine, maybe a few tables right over here just to make sure that we have access to that, and a register. The register is admittedly facing the wrong way. The main problem being that I can't turn these around, so like, no, I don't think it's possible to turn it around. So that's just there. And the person, I guess, serve yourself. You guys have to go get your coffee and mix your cake batter, and then you'll come to the thing in the middle of the room and pay for it. At least the guys are enjoying it. Look, one of you guys can play chess. The end of that is a chessboard. And we'll do one little solo seating over here for the lovebirds who don't want to get involved in the whole social situation. Maybe some more paintings. Does that work? What happens if I put this here? That's like floating in the middle of the place. Oh, interesting. One of these places can definitely be just like a straight up museum. Oh, we can liven it up. Yellow? That's pretty cute. Okay, this is the yellow house. It would be really cute if they had a little bit more of a distinction with like what house is which. Currently there are only 4 buildings, but if you could put... I guess there are signs. I don't know which one I just popped out of. Like, it kind of popped me out, but not so clear as I was like, you were in this one a second ago. I could put this in front of whichever one that was. Maybe it was this one? That's the cafe, maybe? Can't help but notice, is nobody making marshmallows right now? I give you guys the joy of making marshmallows and fishing for your entire goddamn existence, which is, internally is your existence. You are fishing for all of time, and you best be loving it. At the very least, the ones with flowers over their head kind of looks like a little thought bubble. So you could say this guy is thinking of a little sunspot. He's just full of sunshine and happiness. He's thinking about how it's daytime. If it were nighttime, he'd be thinking about how it was nighttime. That's about as complex as I feel like animals. Animals are only as complex in their brain as like, my person is here right now. My person is not here right now. It's sleeping time, and ooh, was that the auto feeder going off? Gorgeous, beautiful. Let's get some more chairs in here. I could block off the entrance to there. Or I could give these people some plants. Actually, let's do some little baby plantings. Nice, everyone gets a different kind of tree. This is the variety. Oop, that one's messed up. That's gonna bother some people's eyesight. In fact, it might even bother my own eyesight. So why don't we just scooch that gooch a little bit to the side. Boom. Look at these beautiful houses. Oh, they don't even have a sidewalk, do they? I'm so sorry I forced this entire neighborhood to walk with their bare feet on dirty grass. We're not heathens over here. We need pure rocks to walk on. Otherwise, how are you gonna like... If I put the doctor's office in here, and nobody has broken feet, and everyone's are all soft and stuff and walking on grass all the time, he's not gonna get any business. It's kind of like once I get a dentist in here, I have to invent candy, and I have to throw it. I have to invent Halloween, Christmas, Easter, I have to put all those things in here just to make sure the dentist has something to do. And if the dentist needs customers, and they gotta eat candy, which means we have to sell candy, so we need a candy shop. Sometimes all humanity really is making more things for you guys to do anyhow. And we'll put like a little walkway up to the beginning. Well, I kind of thought maybe it'd be like a dirt walkway up to people's houses, but the difference between that and the gravel I was using a second ago is kind of harsh, so maybe I'll just stick with the gravel actually. Let's get some more fancy benches for this side of the neighborhood. I don't know if they can actually enter these benches, but if they could, they'd have a beautiful view of the ocean. At least temporarily, before I completely block this whole zone in with actual things that do things. Such as more gosh darn docks. Okay, I want to see at least 5 people use this newly built dock. I mean, it's not too often that things happen in this neighborhood, so if I put something down, I definitely expect people to be getting on using that pretty quickly. Can I put a hedge on the dock? Oh, look at this beautiful dock. It's got hedges and everything. Come on, you guys want to use this. It's got lights and hedges. Come on, purple man. Kevin, Steven. Aw, Steven, my favorite. You knew it. He's in love with hedges. It's his favorite thing. He's fishing directly next to one. He can't deny it. They're freshly groomed, like the smell of fresh grass, cut just recently or rained upon. Dewey, good job, Steven. You love that. Ooh, is anyone enjoying the fire hazard I put down at the beginning of the game? Fire hazard, is that much for you? Do you like to see it burn? That's our neighbor, Pyrotechnic. Pyrotechnic, Pyromaniac, whichever one he seems is most fitting for the moment. Blue Man Magoo, having a good stroll downtown. He doesn't actually live in any of these houses, he just constantly visits people. To be fair, I think most of them are actually constantly just visiting people because the only things that exist are empty houses and cafes. However, he especially is just visiting people. Maybe I should switch some of the grounds out in this little park here I made with something that actually makes it seem more like a separate entity. Maybe this? Look! I'm killing all the grass around the fire. Now it's extra flammable. Is Pyrotechnic Man, are you wanting to get on in this? I'm like building a whole thing. Like, this is your favorite. This is your jam, like literally speaking. I'll even put some wooden signs right next to it. Does that help anything? It's a little close for comfort. Even for my comfort. Can I put that on top of it? Replacement? Oh, it's just in there. Okay, well, has anyone decided who the witch is for the town? Because we've got a primed burning stick. Is it you, Cleo? Oliver? Sir Cluselin? You? Sir Cluselin III? We have a perfect witch burning situation. Who is doing the most witchy of things? This man has a flower over his head, but he also has told me in secret. He told me in the bathroom while nobody was looking that he hates flowers. Why would he be wearing a flower if he hates flowers? He must be a witch. We need to create the cop system or else no one's going to be able to drag him over here, though. They're too fun-loving. We need chaos in this environment. Chaos like some sort of like a monster or something to make them all group together, you know, to make them raise, to make them want to be better in the world because they're fighting against a group cause. Like Kevin. Can we just all say that Kevin is the enemy and start fighting about it? Let's see if we can do let's do this very last house, and I'm actually going to remember that I did this one because it was the last house on the block. I can change the floor. Oh, and it's not just the whole floor at once like the wallpaper is. You get to like make stripes and stuff. Okay, this is the stripe house. The only purpose of this house is to prove to everyone that the concept of stripes is attractive, it does exist, and it is reasonable. You would think that's a pretty useless purpose and having like an entire building devoted to it, but specifically, Svetlana said that she is going to make her entire house up to this point because it's that important to her that everyone understands that when she wears stripes on Thursdays, it's not her trying to be like different or like out there, it's her saying everybody should be wearing stripes on Thursdays. I'm going to put my whole house towards that. I have nothing else to do with my house anyhow. Here's my fanciest of cakes. My other fanciest of cakes. This one is for guests. This one is Svetlana's. You cannot touch it. If you dare to even look at this cake, she'll slap you across the face. These cakes are a little samey. I think that they should ditch the ice cream on top, or the whipped cream or whatever. How many cherries does every cake need? They're reading! I was like, ooh, they're eating, but they're eating weirdly. They're reading books. We have an education system. If I just put a bunch of tables and nothing else, maybe this sign, I think it's a menu, but it could be like a blackboard for teaching or something. So this building is the school. We mark it as the school with this sign which says school learning in progress. Beauteous, beautiful. Well anyway, this is Gourdlets. I'm not sure if I'm saying it exactly correctly, but it's a pretty adorable looking game, very cozy. I could definitely see once they add like a bunch more stuff to the game, like more items and maybe more buildings and things like that, how it could be really fun just to like build your own little community. So it's not out quite yet, but we'll look forward to it coming out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!